Thanks for being here to help celebrate our friend Mel Brooks's 100th birthday on TCM. I'm Alicia Malone, and our next film is one that kicked off our TCM Classic Film Festival in 2018 and included a red carpet premiere at the TCL Chinese Theatre in Hollywood that was attended by the likes of Martin Scorsese, Norman Lloyd, and Mel Brooks himself. From 1967, our movie is The Producers, written and directed by Brooks, marking his first time directing a feature film. Brooks did an interview with Ben Mankiewicz prior to that festival screening, and notice I didn't say a sit-down interview. Despite the very comfortable chairs that were on the stage, Mel chose to stand the entire time, so Ben stood as well, and Brooks energetically held court to the adoring audience of nearly 1,000 people, including myself, and that, in a nutshell, is Mel Brooks. The Producers remains one of Brooks's most beloved films about two men who set out to make a fortune by producing the worst Broadway musical ever made. The plan is this: they collect way more money from investors than is needed to put on a terrible show. If it's a flop, the show will close quickly and they will pocket the money. Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder are the producers, and the cast also includes Dick Shawn, Kenneth Mars, and Estelle Winwood. The film was shot in a relatively short 40-day period, and 2 of those days were spent on the infamous Springtime for Hitler sequence. For those who haven't seen it, it's the musical number that in the story was designed to make the show a flop, and it is the absolute highlight of the movie. Brooks rented a theatre in Manhattan to film it. He later said, "It was the hardest work and the most thrilling thing I've done in my life, and it's a thrill for us to watch as well." So let's do it. From 1967, this is The Producers. Mel Brooks is one of the small number of performers to achieve an EGOT, meaning he's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. He won the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay for The Producers, and in his acceptance speech, he thanked Gene Wilder 3 times, and he also thanked Sidney Glazier, the producer of The Producers, for producing The Producers. And his Tony Award, or I should say awards, were for the 2001 Broadway musical version of this same story. The show actually won 12 Tonys in all, with 3 of those going to Brooks personally for producing the best musical, for composing the music and the lyrics, and for writing the book. 2 of his 3 Grammys were also the result of The Producers' Broadway production, and he won his first Emmy the same year our movie came out in 1967 for a variety special he co-wrote with his friend Carl Reiner. We continue our 100th birthday salute to Mel Brooks next with a 1987 spoof he did on perhaps the most popular film franchise of them all, the Star Wars series. It's a comedy starring Bill Pullman, John Candy, Rick Moranis, and Mel Brooks.
Next on TCM, Spaceballs, then Blazing Saddles, and later, Young Frankenstein. Mel Brooks is young at heart tonight.